İngiltere'nin güçlü eğitim sistemiyle Türkiye'nin güçlü eğitim sistemini birleştirme kararı aldık açıkçası.
Nick, welcome to Turkey.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to İzmir.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Aegean coast. Welcome to the Greek mythology land. Unbelievable geography, unbelievable history. These are special places. All of this Aegean coast, unbelievably, blessed geography. You're happy, and you look happy.
I smile every day. I've never been happier. Every day I see something new that takes my breath away. The countryside, the sea, the building, the architecture, the people. I'm the luckiest man in the world. I'm going to be working with some fantastic young people here in Izmir. I've got the opportunity to work with staff who care passionately, with an owner who cares passionately for the education of the next generation, and also in some beautiful sunshine. I think I've seen more sunshine in the 2 weeks I've been here than in the previous 42 in England. So I'm a very happy man to be here.
When you first met the owner of the school, he's a very interesting person. I mean, when I first met him, he's a man of innovation, a man of ideas. He is a person of passion and compassion. Unbelievable guy. He's fascinating. What are you fascinated by him the most?
I think his creativity and his openness for change. He has a fantastic campus with opportunities for young people that would be the envy of 99% of schools in the world. And yet we spoke and he said it wasn't enough. He wanted it to develop. He wanted it to improve. He's not just going to sit and carry on doing the same thing. He sees the opportunity how to help the next generation here in Turkey. And that is something that you can't buy. Somebody who cares passionately for the future generations, who is prepared to listen to outside ideas and implement change and drive change forward. So it is a very exciting time to work with this gentleman and all staff here on the campus.
Very exciting times for the whole world, actually. According to the OECD numbers, Turkey has one of the most youngest populations in the world. But this young population, they have to be educated because Turkey is aiming to be among the top 10 economies in the world. In this situation, it seems impossible to me. But we have this passion. Young people are an advantage. Demographic advantage is absolutely mind-blowing. If I ask you this, can you compare the education system and the Turkish students and children with the English students and young population? How do you make the comparison between the two? Do you think young generation is an asset?
Of course.
An advantage?
Every young generation is an asset and an advantage to the development of your country. And if we look at your education system, there are many, many strengths. As we spoke previously, the fact that the young people of Turkey undertake ministry exams in English to drive forward that universal learning language, the fact that they have the opportunity to go on, the fact that there is that conjoined thinking. In England, we are not as fortunate that the second language isn't pushed as hard, but it's an exciting opportunity to combine both, to have that rigour on the idea of English as a second language within this campus, to take the ideas of the Turkish curriculum and expand them, to take some of the global learning ideas of the British curriculum and combine them, so that all young people have a curriculum that not only gives them educationally what they need, but they also have the creativity and the innovation thinking, that the next generation isn't afraid of change, is prepared to drive change, is dynamic in learning, is able to communicate globally. And that's the exciting part of education. Seeing the young people who are 4 years old now and wondering just how far they will be in 12 years, how far they will be in 18 years, the universities they will go to, and the learning experiences they will share.
What kind of education methods do you have in your mind? I mean, things have changed dramatically for the past, I think, 10 years, we can say. I mean, economies have changed, understandings have changed, people have changed, everything have changed dramatically. What kind of education do we need this time?
It's the global picture, and we have to be aware of the changes. We don't have to be afraid of the changes. We have to understand the changes. We have to look at how we, as the next generation and the young people of the next generation, are going to drive the changes for the better for all. The curriculum doesn't change. 1 and 1 will always be 2. An atom will always contain protons, neutrons and electrons.
What will make the difference on young people's lives?
Looking around the world, looking outwards and not inwards. Seeing around the world what is happening. Seeing how something happening millions of miles away does, in fact, impact on their lives.
Seeing, observing, taking lessons and implementing. Is that what you mean?
Yes, and the reflection. So as we talk about what's going on in the Middle East right now, whilst people may not think that affects them, it will eventually with trade. And as trade changes and prices change and money and inflation change, well, actually that can become from something a million miles away. And so it's to have young people with a global outlook, not just a local outlook or a national outlook, to become global citizens. One thing that the Council of International Schools, for all international schools, focuses deeply on now is that global learning. What does a global citizen look like? And that's the job of educators, to develop the next generation of global learners who are global citizens, who are involved throughout change throughout the world.